I wanted to ask you, how was the UK Black Business Show?
Good, man. Yeah, real good, to be fair.
You basically done a full 2-day stretch.
Yes, of working a job which I've never had to do in my life. Yeah. So
now he knows what we go through.
So
working.
Yeah, no, it was interesting. You're just talking to people the whole day I say it's a skill, but it's also very, very tiring. Like, but it got to about 5 o'clock, and it finished at 6. And I sat down, and anyone that wanted to speak to me, I said, look, I literally said to them, I went to bed at 4 a.m. last night. Do you want to buy anything? If you don't, here's this. And they said, you're tired. I said, yeah, very. So, but other than that, it was a good experience just working on the stand. Obviously, Tanika did her thing with the branding studio. Mm-hmm. The whole thing in general was a good experience. Just seeing the amount of black businesses there are in the UK that are trying to break through the mold, and a lot of just black creatives that you can connect with, and everyone was there to have a conversation. There was no, I'm better than you, I'm bigger than you. There was just openness. Anyone that you just said, can I have a conversation with? Yeah, cool. Mm-hmm. What do you want to talk about? How can you help with this? How can you help with that? Just exchanging details, trying to get as many contacts and as many tidbits as possible from everyone.
Tidbits. He goes to one event and look at him.
That's his conference lingo.
No, but no.
What happens when you take the football boots off?
Trust me.
But no, it was real good. And it's something that there's podcasts there, to be fair. I was surprised to see podcasts there, as in having stands.
Oh, is it?
Like Touchline Frackers.
Okay,
yeah. They were there?
Yeah, they were there. They were there under a different name. I don't know if they were there under a different name, but they were there. They just had their MacBook open with their podcast, and they were just sitting around it. So I think people were just coming to scan, obviously gain subscribers, gain access, try and connect with people, sponsors. It probably makes sense. You can connect with a lot of sponsors. There's loads of massive brands there. There's loads of smaller brands there. So, everyone's just connecting on a base level, and,
No, to be fair, big up Touchline. They've been doing their thing for a while. So Touchline Frackers, let me say it properly. Do you know what I mean?
So yeah, just making connection and finding out a lot about the black business space and where it's going. Obviously, I think from our point of view, T's Branding Studio, it was more difficult because we're selling a service, we're not selling a product. Okay. So like we're charging for consultations on the day, and then it's a case of after the consultation, you then buy your package or you buy whatever you want to buy. So trying to sell a service is different because you get what I mean. You're talking to people and it's like, okay, cool. I'm very interested. How much is this? How much is this? You give them a price, but then you also give them a thing where you're going to have to speak to someone to get this done. And that's where the price comes in. So that's the consultation price would come in there. And that's kind of where, okay, cool. I'm not ready to have a consultation today.
That's where you win or lose them.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
I've been in those situations where I'll be interested in something, and when someone says the price, then the next steps I'll be like, ooh, am I ready to commit to this right now?
Today. Yeah. Do you get what I mean?
No, I hear it, man. Even in sales, man, like you be chatting to them, trying to do a little switch sell, but when they start hearing figures,
that's when their mind zones out to and you can see there's like the conversation was good.
It goes great.
Like conversation was great, and half the time, and I said to everyone, stop leading with the price, because you lead with the price, you're throwing them off, and they're like, yeah, but then we're wasting our time. I said, you're not, because you want customers for later dates.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
Don't think in the now.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, what do you want them to pay for a consultation today?
It's good to plant seeds in customers' heads as well.
This is the thing. Whereas, remember, the consultation is discounted today. So regardless, if they come back to the brand later on, they're going to have to spend more. Yeah. They're going to have to spend more money. So if you don't sell anything today, it's not a problem. But there's certain, and people come specifically for certain things. So certain people, you don't even have to sway them away. They're just, oh yeah, I want a consultation. I'm ready to do this. Other people, you're like, okay, cool. Do you have a brand? Do you have a business? I felt like, that guy on TikTok that goes around asking people, do you have a business idea? Have you ever seen him?
I don't know.
The white brother.
Yeah. And he's like, how much to get started? Then he just gives them the money.
That there. So I was basically doing that. So I was speaking to people. I was like,
what do you mean he just gives them the money?
So if they have like a credible thing to do, he'll be like, if you quit your job and I give you this amount, would you do it? Something like that. Yeah.
Oh, sir.
He doesn't give them the whole thing. He'll give them like £200, £300, £500. Yeah. to be like, okay, cool, we'll start this. Here's this to start that.
Is it kind of like how you lot explain Mr. Beast to me, but on a very miniature scale?
Nah, Mr. Beast just gives away money. This guy's.
Did you ever watch a video from Mr.
Nah, I still
It's
haven't.
mad.
Yeah, Mr. Beast gives
I
away
remember the
money.
way you lot and then the video you showed me. But
This-
yeah, sorry.
This guy on TikTok, he's actually a businessman. He's a angel investor.
Okay.
So he's a person that goes around and like, okay, he wants to invest in other people's businesses and brands, but he asks people on the street how they would and what they would do. So I was leading with that sort of thing. Like, people come to the Black Business Show, but not knowing why they're there. So I was like, do you have a business? Do you have a brand? And they're like, yeah, I do. Or I plan to. I said, okay, cool. Well, if you have a business and you have a brand, you're going to need branding. You're going to need logos.
Like, you can't escape it.
You can't escape it. You're going to need something. This is a service you're going to need. So, and they were like, you know what? You're right. So we'd spark a conversation off of that. And then we just have a general conversation about life. More time, we're just talking to them about how's the day, like, what you into, da-da-da-da. And then I speak to them about consultation. If they don't want to have a consultation, give them a business card. Cool, da-da-da-da. You do your thing.
Yeah.
So that was kind of what it was the whole day, to be fair, and just making good connections. So the Black Business Show as a whole, I think it was a successful day. Obviously, we brought new clients, new people to all the platforms, I'll be honest, because it weren't like I was promoting our thing as well. You get what I mean? People asking me,
Power to the people.
People ask me what you do. I said, I'm a football player. But
Do you know what? I saw a subscriber count go up as well, so big up, man.
yeah, no, I was just saying, but I got the podcast.
By the way, one was my sister. I was on the phone to her that yesterday. Then flipping, I wanted to speak to her kids and speak to her husband. Then we were talking about boxing because he's a big boxing fan, and I was like, oh yeah, blah 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 on the podcast. He goes, you've got a podcast? I looked at my sister. She just he turned the phone to her like that. I was like, you've known for about a year and you haven't told him. He's like, nah. She like, let me subscribe now. I said, you up. But yeah, go on.
Yeah, so no, that was kind of what it was really, just promoting. While you're promoting your brand, people want to know about you.
Yeah.
So like, and relatively interesting conversation because I would speak about myself to them, and then they just want to stand on the stand for ages, and we're having a conversation. Then we forget that we're actually trying to sell you a service. But I feel like that made them more want to buy the service. And then what people kept on doing, which was annoying me, is they were walking past Tanika and coming to me like I owned the thing.
Yeah.
Don't look at me like I owe you anything.
Yeah, and I was saying to them, first off, does that look like a man's name? Yeah. Secondly, she's in a different color to us. Like, surely you wouldn't walk. They were walking past, they're coming to ask me, can you do this? I was looking at them, I said, I'll be honest with you. I am just I'm here to work. This is the CEO is here. You walk right past the CEO to ask me what the hell was going on. I don't have the answers. I know what I've been told in the debrief. And after that, I'm being creative. So that's kind of what it was all day. But no, a successful day. Networking event after was good as well. Just a little vibe for everyone that was an exhibitor on the day.
Did you put your best suit and shoes on, yeah?
Yeah, but my foot was hurting me, boy.
Cause we were here the night before and it was like...
Yeah,
just like this on the face.
I got to wear this.
Couldn't believe.
Where am I gonna find this from?
Couldn't believe it. So, yeah, no, that was a good time, to be fair. But in general, the Black Business Show, I would recommend it if you have more of a product to sell.
What are you saying? Recommend in terms of partaking in it or going to actually just be
if you're going
a customer?
As a customer, I'd recommend it to everyone.
Yeah.
But if you're going to partake in it, I'd say if you have something to sell or you really have good social presence and just want to promote that and boost it, I think that's why you go there. If you're selling the service, it's a lot more difficult, but it's good to be there. So
yeah, you got nothing to lose.
That's the thing.
Like, for instance, if you got a free stand,
why would you not do it?
Yeah,
that's the thing.
You've got, even if you don't get what you expected, it's just like you said, a networking aspect of it. Because I only actually last minute I was like, oh, fucking get away and go.
Yeah,
mate. Like, I've got compared to when we first started, no hesitations. Be like, oh, by the way, got a podcast. Do you wanna? We talk about this, blah blah blah, etc. Plug. But even like, I've been obviously this month's Black History Month, and I'll be on like Black History Month work calls and stuff like that. But with like different departments, etc. And then I think one of them last week was on We were just speaking about, I can't remember the exact topic, but a lot of it was to do with like black athletes and stuff like that, current and past. And at the end of it, I just put in the teams thing. I was like, ironically, blah, blah, because they spoke about, someone was speaking about, what's this bodybuilder that was just on Club Shay Shay?
Ronnie
Coleman.
Yeah.
And then I put in the comment, I was like, ironically, I was just watching some clips on Ronnie Coleman on a podcast called Club Shay Shay. And this was mid-conversation. Then at the end of it, I just said, literally, by the way, here's a link to this podcast we speak about, blah, 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 this. Package, put it in. People that I don't know, they were like, oh, yeah, we're going to check it out. So thank you very much.
Cool.
No, it makes sense, guys. It makes
no,
sense.
No hesitation. Pop convo anywhere.
Yeah.
By the way, that's it, man. There's no harm in actually, you've got nothing to lose in terms of promoting anything you do.
That's the thing. What's the worst they're going to do? Look at it, not watch it.
And not watch it. That's
it. What's the best they're going to do? Watch it, like it, connect more.
Yeah.
That's
share it.
Yeah.
Etc. So.
Now, even I met like a producer he's done award. They have an award-winning production company, but he does everything from home. So I was speaking to him about things, and yeah, no, he was just talking. My goodness, sorry, something has hit me. Jesus, you guys talk.
I was about to ask him what production company as well, but he'll be back in a few minutes, guys. Just bear with us.
I remember when this happened to me at yours, but it was audio, and I was choking, but I was coughing mad, like. Right, the hand action was a bit mad there. But I was coughing mad and I had to get out of the room.
Wow.
I think I remember.
Yeah, I remember that day. Jesus. The podcast company is called Unedited. Unedited. Yeah. That's what, yeah. Black Business Show was great. Let's move on.
He's on water, mate.
It's gone up my nose. I don't know where it was.
You might need to blow, man. Pause.
Ooh.
Trust.
Boy.
It blows sight, because
Nah, I'm alright.
that's not natural, man.
I'm alright. Nah.
No, you actually.
Yeah, it was.
No. It was just I met the producer, and he had a production company, and it's called Unedited, and we were just talking about
Unedited.
Ironically,
you're not editing that whole fiasco.
Oh no, I know. I'm keeping that in. But yeah, it's called Unedited, and he was just talking about how he works and how he wants to work with more black creatives. So obviously I gave him more details and things like that, because obviously he can obviously give us tips on what to do and how to run things and that sort of thing. So he said, look, we're all trying to grow, we're all trying to build, and that sort of stuff. Spoke to one woman, she was speaking on one of the stages, and I was just going to get food, and she just started chatting to me. She said, this is my first time here. And she said, oh, how you work in the connections. And I said, I'll be honest with her. On our stand, there's two boys, 2 girls. I said, the boys are here to draw in the woman, and the girls are here to draw in the man. And she said, oh, me and my husband are working it the same way.
Fair.
So I said, look, sometimes in business, you got to use what you got.
It is what it is, man.
So
it is what it is.
That's kind of what we were doing. But yeah, all round, a good day, and, connected with a few good people. Even the girl that I was talking about that we want to see if we can get on. So yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. Black Business Show. I recommend. If I'll probably go next year.
Yeah.
But if no one's working there that needs me to help out, I'll just go and just.
I mean, I reckon you would just prefer going than working.
Yeah.
after the shift you put in this.
Yeah, for real.
Last weekend.
And shout out MDB Organics. They've got some serious skincare stuff. Might be saying MDB or MBD, one of the two.
Okay, right. Nah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Now, to be fair, next year, I'm definitely going to try and go, because I messaged your brother about it, but it was quite late, innit? And he was saying, he messaged me, he's like, it's so mad that you messaged me this. I was literally just speaking to someone about it, and then it was quite fairly late in the week and stuff like that. So next year, definitely going to try and go, man. Because again, like you said, there's nothing to lose.
Never.
It's just always good to connect, network.
Yeah, and you just never know who you bump into as well.
No, real talk.
Someone that's on the same path as you, that has something that you want, and you want something they have as well.
Mm-hmm.
When you meet connections like that, then obviously the opportunities will be endless from there.
Mm.
Especially, you never know what doors will be open up to you after you go to something like that as well.
That's the main thing.
Sometimes it's just a lot of right place, right time situations that just put you in a whole new situation that you didn't even think that you'll get into.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, man.
When I say talking to everyone, you can talk to everyone. Because there's no like, you're not, you know how like usually you see a nice looking woman, people go and talk to her. It's a case of, oh, you're trying to move to me. No, we're trying to connect on a level so you can help me, I can help you. Do you get what I mean? Same vice versa. With everything, it's a case of we're actually trying to network and connect here. It's not a case of we're trying to do anything for personal gain. It might happen after.
Yeah.
But do you get what I mean? On this base level here in this building, we're just trying to connect and work together. And that's what I loved about the event. Everyone was there for the same common goal. No ulterior motives.
No, that's good, man. That's good. Definitely we should look into that next year. And just those kind of things in general. I think even beginning of the year, that was one of my things to go into this year in general, was like put myself out there more. Not to say not expressive or whatever, but just like, yo, blah, 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 etc. Step out comfort zone a bit more, all that kind of stuff. So I feel like executed it fairly well, but hey, can't stop, won't stop. You get me?